Very, very good feedback, Nikki. Very good call. So I want to make sure that we continue to break this down for you. So here is an example of SMS and marketing follow-up. Again, the deal finder's formula is TL plus ST plus AD plus CC plus SMS plus VM plus MF plus JV is the deal finder's formula. And so we've already talked about once you get that list of potentially motivated sellers with their contact information, you need a automated system, in our case, the deal finders funnel, to help you to send out those are you selling messages. You know, Nikki started with about 6,200 records. She had our deal finders funnel with our deal VAs and our tech team set it up for her to set up the automation to basically make it simple where she just came in and pressed go. We'll ask her about that when she comes back on, but she pressed go and then had the auto dialers take over, and then our VAs actually did some of the callbacks and the cold calls to actually qualify some of these leads. Now we're at SMS and marketing follow-up. The MF is for marketing follow-up. So take a look at the screen here. Over 50% of Nikki's leads need follow-up. You can look at the data here and you can see that 36% are follow-up with seller. Only 34% are classified or categorized as dead leads. So again, she started out with around 6,200 potentially motivated sellers. Just in the 7-day campaign in a 30-day follow-up period, she's not even full with her 30-day follow-up yet. She's still in her first month of her campaign, and she's already had 10% of her list already respond to her. That's an amazing contact rate in less than 30 days. And so you can see only a third of her contacts have been categorized as dead leads. What does that mean? That means that over 50%, well over 50%, almost 2/3 need more follow-up. That's about 300 sellers that have raised their hands. They've more than raised their hands. They're waving their hands. Hey, I got your message. I'm interested in hearing more from you. I want more information. Send me an offer. Tell me more. When can we talk? That's what Nikki was saying. All of these sellers are responding to her because she started with the right targeted list, with the right area and the right type of property, and she has over 300 sellers that need follow-up. So the money is in the follow-up. You have to do follow-up calls, follow-up texts, follow-up emails. You have to contact people via social media, like DM them on Facebook. You have to send them offers with automated reminders. This is what you have to do with the Deal Finders formula with the SMS and the marketing follow-up, the MF. And this is what our Deal VAs help you to do in your campaigns. So continuing on. So with Nikki's campaign, living at the same campaign, the same 6,200 records roughly that she targeted, okay? We're looking at the roughly 6,200 records that she targeted, and you can see here that failed SMS typically would result in a dead end in most investors' minds. You can see here on the image there, out of the text messages that were sent, 34% of them were undelivered. That's roughly 3,500 text messages undelivered. 34% undelivered. A lot of investors, most investors would say, okay, text message wasn't delivered. I got to move on to the next prospect. That's completely the opposite of what you should not do. If a text message is undelivered, that's where 99% of investors will stop and then move on. You getting the training from us and using the resources and the tools that we have, following the Deal Finders formula, you need to retarget and remarket to that person with other marketing channels. What are marketing channels? Other modes, other ways to reach that person. So if you can't reach them via text message because the text message was undelivered, then you have to reach out via phone, cold call, reach out via phone with a voicemail drop, a voicemail blast, reach out via phone with a ringless voicemail, reach out via direct mail with a letter, with a postcard, maybe via email, maybe via social media with a DM via social media, maybe do a deep dive skid trace and get new numbers. I just gave you about 8 to 10 different ways where you can retarget and remarket to the same potentially motivated seller that you couldn't reach because the text message was undelivered. And you can see here in Nikki's campaign, we have roughly 3,500 potentially motivated sellers that were vacant house or absentee property that you need to retarget and remarket to them. And that's part of what we will help Nikki to do in her funnel is to then retarget, remarket to these same potentially motivated sellers using different marketing channels, many of the ones I just mentioned here a second ago. So what do most investors do? Well, most investors, when they get a bad number or a number's disconnected or the message fails, they give up. But you can't stop there. You have to use the Deal Finders formula and the Deal Finders tools to deep dive skip trace for more contact information, to contact them different ways, or to contact them via different marketing channels like I just mentioned. You can contact them via a direct mail postcard, add front photos to it, or use a yellow letter like we have inside our Deal Finders funnel. So the Deal Finders funnel and following the Deal Finders formula, that proven process is going to allow you to reach more sellers like the pros do. You can do a deep dive skip trace if you can't find them. You can get more phone numbers. You can get Facebook profiles. You can get Facebook emails. These are the things that you should do with your marketing follow-up, which is the MF and the Deal Finders formula. You follow these proven strategies, this proven process, sending front photos postcard when a text message fails or when you're not able to get in touch with the seller, tracking your postcards, getting instant proof of processing, sending yellow letters that are personalized as a follow-up to, again, not getting in touch with the seller because the text message failed. These are the things that you have to do if you want to invest and have success and have your business working for you. You have to follow a proven process. And this proven process is a Deal Finders formula. We've been implementing and using this Deal Finders formula, optimizing it, perfecting it over the past 18 to 20 years. We've now documented it, put it into a 12-hour video training. It's the Deal Finders formula is TL plus ST plus AD plus CC plus SMS plus VM plus MF plus JV is a Deal Finders formula. We have a 12-hour training with the Deal Finders formula. We break it down. It's instant access on demand. You get login access. You can watch the videos, take notes at your leisure. Again, there's bonuses. There's 8 bonuses included with the Deal Finders formula. The total value is over $5,000, but we're doing 50% off, and it's not $39.99. It's only $19 tonight with this extended holiday weekend sale. Go to the dealfindersformula.com. You can get the 12-hour Deal Finders formula training at the dealfindersformula.com. So